In the state of Nevada, the Silver Star Casino is struggling to attract customers. With almost no work, croupier Tom and waitress Tori take the opportunity to hide in the storeroom and have some fun. Meanwhile, reporters gather for an event called Peace Day, during which all the world's nuclear weapons are to be destroyed. But something goes wrong, and citizens see a huge nuclear explosion in the distance. The power cuts out, leaving Tom and Tori trapped behind an electronically locked door. Tom tries to force the door, but Tori scolds him, telling him to wait for help. He insists that if a manager finds them there, they'll be in trouble. The two argue, and Tori accuses him of being blacklisted from Las Vegas for not getting another job. It seems Tom is about to lose his temper, but the power returns just in time, and they immediately leave. As they exit, Tom sees a strange shadow moving at the entrance but ignores it. In the main lounge, they are shocked to see everything destroyed, and no one around except an old woman in a wheelchair. They try to talk to the woman, but she doesn't respond, only continuing to move. When Tori tries to prevent her from crashing into something, the woman growls and stands up, revealing inhuman eyes. Suddenly, she attacks Tori, who manages to push her away the first time but is thrown onto a table on the second attempt. Tom quickly pulls her away, and Tori gets up, saying they need to leave. The creature jumps on Tom, so he pushes a cart against her, but that doesn't stop her. Tom uses a walker to attack her and kills her by impaling her head with one of the walker's legs. As they try to compose themselves, they sense another presence, but it's only Jensen, a magician's assistant. He doesn't know what's happening because he was in the storeroom, but he was the one who reconnected the power. Tori goes to the main door, while the guys check the security cameras and discover that the citizens have turned into violent zombies. Outside, Victor is on top of a truck with another survivor, surrounded by zombies. He pushes the other man as bait and runs to the casino, calling for help. Jensen opens the door and quickly closes it, seeing the zombies trying to get in. On the street, the zombies devour the fallen man. Victor says he was trapped all day in the truck and is taken to the dressing room by Jensen to wash up. Wanting to ensure the building's safety, Tom and Tori go to the kitchen, where they find two zombies devouring raw meat inside the refrigerator. Tori quickly closes the door, trapping them. Tom turns off the stove, but then they hear a noise and see the zombified cook walking down the hallway. They follow him to the laundry room and carefully approach to cover him with a sheet. After capturing him, they push him inside a washing machine and lock it. Then they check the restaurant and find more zombies eating the casino's food, so they also lock that door. Meanwhile, Victor walks around and hears noises in the bathroom. There he finds a sick woman vomiting. He tries to leave, but a zombie hand appears through the door, trying to attack him. He struggles with the door until he hears his name, which makes the zombie flee and allows Victor to lock the place. Soon the group meets in the same hallway and sees a woman crying in a room where a zombie is feeding on a body. Tom tries to convince her to slowly come out and join them, but she freezes when the monster sees her. A zombie attacks Jensen in the hallway, while the other attacks the woman. Two more emerge from another room and go after Tom and Tori. The woman ends up being killed, but Tori reacts with a kick, and along with Tom, jumps out the window directly into the pool. A zombie tries to follow them but falls to the ground. Jensen still struggles with the creature in the hallway until Victor appears with a fire extinguisher and beats the zombie to death. Tom gets out of the pool, but another zombie emerges behind Tori. Luckily, she swims fast, and Tom helps her out of the water while the zombie drowns. Later, Tom goes up to the roof and sees zombies wandering the streets. He tries to use a radio, but finds no signal. Meanwhile, Tori and Jensen block the doors with furniture, and Victor drinks by the pool. At night, they dispose of the bodies and notice that the zombies outside are sleeping standing up. The next day, Tom places a board between the window and the neighboring building to create a bridge. He tries to cross carefully, but the wood breaks and he falls. Luckily, he manages to grab onto the window. As the days pass, the group begins to get bored with only cards, drinks, and cigarettes. Tom proposes fleeing to an island, as staying in the casino would mean starving to death. Jensen agrees, but Tori thinks it's a terrible idea. Victor supports Tori's opinion, and she leaves irritated. Tom goes after her, and the two argue. When Tori says he's only good for drinking, Tom breaks a bottle and confronts her about her own flaws. This makes Tori say that if he has a good plan, she will help. Later, Tom goes back up to the roof and sees a convoy of trucks in the distance. He gets so excited that he ends up dropping the radio just as it started to pick up a rescue message. He tells the others that he lost the radio and that they now need to find another way to get the convoy's attention. Victor lights a fire inside a barrel, but it's not strong enough to be seen from afar. He then remembers that the building across the street has a spotlight and decides to leave the casino with Tom and Tori to look for it while Jensen watches the door. All the zombies outside are sleeping, so the trio moves carefully so as not to attract attention. Tori sees that one of the zombies is a police officer and takes the opportunity to grab his weapon. The zombie reacts instinctively, but she manages to easily free his hand. As they advance, they accidentally kick a cane, which attracts the attention of a zombie that begins to follow them. Jensen sees him from the window and warns the group, who start walking faster. When Tori finds a gap, she uses her axe to quickly take down the zombie. The guys find the spotlight and turn it on, but the machine also plays music, waking up all the zombies. Victor manages to turn off the sound, leaving only the light, but it's too late. The trio runs to get into a truck while the zombies chase them. Jensen throws raw meat out the window, and some zombies go after it, but it's not enough to distract everyone. He then releases a remote control car with fireworks, and the zombies follow it, allowing the trio to get out of the truck. However, the little car soon runs out of ornaments and loses the zombies' attention, who return to chasing them. Tori and the others hide inside a car and realize that the zombies are more aggressive. When Jensen activates the toy again, the monsters run off, and Victor takes the opportunity to get out, hitting some zombies. Tom and Tori try to get out too, but the zombies surround them and they hide inside a bus. While the zombies surround the vehicle, Victor manages to return to the casino, and Jensen lets him in. Jensen is annoyed because Victor abandoned the others, but Victor shouts at him and pushes him against the furniture, challenging him to go out and face the zombies. Inside the bus, Tom and Tori argue and blame each other. A hidden zombie attacks Tom and bites him. Then Tori reacts by shooting the zombie in the head. Concerned about the possibility of infection, she cuts off Tom's bitten thumb. Another zombie appears, and Tori throws the finger at it to distract it before shooting. At that moment, the military convoy arrives and opens fire, killing half the horde while the other half flees. The survivors come out to meet the soldiers, and Tom asks how the rest of the world is, but a soldier replies that nothing exists anymore and hits him with the rifle. Afterward, the soldiers use a Geiger counter to check for radiation exposure. The leader, Ramsey, asks for a safe place to spend the night, while a soldier brings a zombie tied to a leash. Everyone goes to the casino, where the soldiers sweep and eliminate the zombies that had been locked up for days. Cindy, Ramsey's daughter, is a doctor and scolds Tom for drinking despite being injured. While taking care of his hand, she explains that the group is heading to Lake Tahoe, as far as possible from the explosion zone. Tori, jealous, interrupts with senseless complaints while watching a soldier feed the pet zombie. Ramsey ends the discussion and takes Cindy aside to remind her not to trust anyone. Tori tries to go down a hallway and says she needs to go to the bathroom. She finds a soldier vomiting inside the bathroom and is suspicious, although the woman says she's fine. Upon returning to the lounge, Tori notices that most of the soldiers seem sick. She tells Jensen and Tom that something is wrong, and Jensen agrees, but Tom doesn't care. He just wants to leave. Later, Jensen sees two soldiers entering the forbidden hallway and begins to spy on them. He hears Ramsey conversing with another man, saying that they are already loading the trucks, and the conversation confirms that everyone is sick. When they leave the room, Jensen runs to the kitchen. There he discovers that the soldiers took all the casino's supplies. He continues to the garage and is surprised to see that Victor is helping the group. Suddenly, the pet zombie attacks him and makes him fall from his hiding place. The noise attracts everyone to the garage, and Jensen decides to confront the soldiers. Tori supports him and says they are all infected. Cindy doesn't believe her father would do that, but Ramsey insists he never intended to abandon anyone. When Tori accuses Victor of treason, he says he just wants to survive and points out that Jensen is armed. Ramsey tries to calm the situation, but seeing Jensen pull out the gun, the soldiers shoot and kill him. Tori approaches the body, but it was just a feint to grab Jensen's weapon, and then she opens fire on the soldiers. They take cover, and Tori manages to get back to the casino. Ramsey warns that they will leave without her, and Cindy asks Tom to go with them. Before deciding, Tom reveals that there is a second pantry full of food on the other side of the restaurant. The soldiers force him to guide them there. Upon arriving, Tom presses the lock button. The doors open and reveal the trapped zombies, who immediately attack the soldiers. During the chaos, Tom hits one of them, grabs the weapon, and flees. Soon the horde reaches the garage, and several soldiers are wounded. Then Ramsey orders the trucks to leave without waiting for those left behind. In the morning, Tom confirms that there is no more food and tells Tori that they also need to leave. Tori believes humanity has failed and wants to give up, but Tom observes the zombies outside and has an idea. Using a rope, he captures a zombie by the neck and leaves it hanging from the window. This allows Tori to grab its keys before Tom releases it to fall and die. Afterward, they go to the garage and try to figure out which car the keys belong to. A zombie grabs Tom's ankle from under a car, and he reacts by shooting. The shot activates the car alarm and attracts the zombies. Then the duo begins to shoot. Tori tries to hide in a car, but a zombie puts its head through the sunroof. When she opens the door to flee, she ends up hitting another creature. Using the alarm keychain, Tom and Tori finally find the correct car and leave immediately. Unfortunately, the entrance gate is closed, and they don't know the code. Tori suggests driving through it with the car, but they only manage to crash into the gate. She wants to try several codes, but Tom shoots the machine. With more zombies approaching, they run to hide on the stairs. At night on the roof, after much drinking, Tom and Tori try to get intimate, but the moment is interrupted by a car horn. They look at the street and see Cindy returning in a truck, but she gets scared by a zombie on the street and ends up crashing the vehicle. Luckily, she survives, but the zombies begin to surround the truck. When a creature reaches the glass, she immediately shoots. Then she gets out, shooting at those who try to approach, making the horde hesitate. At that moment, Tom arrives inside a giant casino decoration and manages to get her inside without any zombies following him. A few minutes later, the duo is back in the casino, and Tori points a gun at Cindy, accusing her of being infected. Cindy explains that no soldier was contaminated. They were only suffering the effects of radiation. They all died when the convoy was attacked by a horde of zombies that had become stronger and faster. Cindy only survived because Ramsey hit her in the trunk. Suddenly, they hear a zombie pounding on the door with an axe. Cindy warns that the stronger zombies are coming. Tori blames her for it and starts insulting her before running to the roof, where she has a nervous breakdown and starts coughing. Meanwhile, Tom and Cindy drink together, and Tom confesses that years ago he killed his pregnant wife while drunk driving. In return, she reveals that she has a daughter, but doesn't know if she survived because she lives with her father in Carson City. Tom decides that they will go there to look for the girl. After they fall asleep, Tori rummages through Cindy's bag and finds 2 bombs, which she steals. The next morning, Tom wakes up and finds a zombie in the room. They fight on the floor until Cindy appears with a knife and kills the monster with a stab to the head. Then the two go up to the roof and see that the stronger zombies have arrived and are devouring the weaker ones. They run to the entrance where Tori tries to keep the door closed. She suggests using the bombs. Tom opens all the gas lines in the kitchen, and Cindy begins to prepare the explosives, which will take a minute. Tori grabs an axe and runs ahead to gain time. When Cindy finishes, she and Tom try to reach Tori, but find zombies blocking the way and have to go through another hallway to get to the stairs. They have to go through the dining room, where there are also zombies. They hide behind a table. Suddenly, a creature drags Cindy by the legs and tries to bite her, but she grabs a piece of wood and stabs it in the head with Tom's help. Another zombie approaches, and the duo runs to escape through the staircase. While Cindy goes down, a zombie grabs her by the hair, and she accidentally hits Tom. In the end, the zombie releases Cindy, but she falls and breaks her leg. Tori appears, tells them both to duck, and kills the zombie behind them. Tom helps Cindy walk and mentions Carson City, which makes Tori go crazy, saying that Cindy will slow them down and won't even get to see her daughter. Since Tom doesn't listen to her, Tori hits them both with the axe and leaves alone. In the garage, she shoots a zombie and prepares the explosives at the gate. Before she can get away, another enemy jumps on her and bites off her lip. The bomb at the gate explodes, and Tori is severely wounded, allowing the zombies to pile on her. Cindy wakes up Tom, and they run to hide in the storeroom moments before the kitchen bomb also explodes, destroying almost the entire building. Luckily, the duo survives and reaches the garage, where they get in the car and flee through the hole opened by the explosion in the gate. Among the creatures on the street, a zombified Tori prepares to chase them.
If you want interesting movie recaps, like, share, and subscribe to follow us for more movie recaps.